Hey guys, today we are going to see what is VLAN and why VLAN is required and what are the advantages in VLAN. So these are the things we are going to see with practical setup. First of all, what is VLAN? VLAN is used to create multiple logical network to reduce or divide by default broadcast domain. By default, all switch interface will be in VLAN 1 broadcast network. Then VLAN numbers. VLAN number will start from 1 to 4094. There is like standard and extended VLANs. We'll see those things also with the practical. Okay. I have taken the setup for VLAN explanation. Only PC1 and PC2 I have configured. So we can check that. See, PC2 configured, PC1 configured. Okay. Apart from that, nothing is configured. We are going to see without VLAN how switch will send the broadcast, and with VLAN how switch will sends the broadcast. So those things we are going to see with practical. Okay. In our first scenario, we are going to see how switch will sense the broadcast without VLAN. Okay. Now I have already configured PC1 and PC2. Apart from PC1 and PC2, nothing is configured. Now we'll try to ping from PC1 to PC2. So we'll see the packet flow. See, the first one add simple PDU, second one add complicated PDU. Just take simple PDU, just click on source and destination. Okay, you can see downside packet, it's generated the PDU, it's showing like successful PC1, PC2, ICMP. Yeah, so later you just try to edit PC1 IP, then only if any changes is happen only ARP will generate, right? Yeah, try to edit that and just click on simulation. Right hand side you can see, yeah, once you click on simulation you can see your ARP packet. At very first time PC1 want to communicate with PC2, then PC1 must know about destination PC2 IP address and MAC address. Here PC1 know about destination PC IP, but it does not know about destination PC MAC address. To know the destination PC MAC address, PC1 will generate the ARP request. Okay, initially PC1 will generate two packets. One is ICMP and second one is ARP. Here ICMP packet is incomplete because source PC does not know about destination PC MAC address. To know the destination PC MAC address, PC1 will generate ARP request and it will send to the switch. We'll see that now. See, PC1 it sends the ARP request to switch. Yeah, switch 1 it's broadcasting to all connected interfaces. So whatever is not matching, it will discard that packet. You can see PC2 is replied to switch 1 and switch 1 is replying to PC1. You can see now ARP request is completed. Now PC1 it will send ICMP echo request to switch 1. Then switch 1 only it will forward to PC2. Now PC2 it will reply with echo reply, and switch 1 it will forward echo reply message to PC1. Okay, just see simulation panel. PC1 sends the ARP request to switch 1 to know the destination PC MAC address. But switch 1 what it did, it is broadcasted to all connected interfaces. If example 24 ports are connected to switch 1, it will broadcast to all 24 ports. So due to this, CPU utilization will be more on switch 1 and connected switches also. So to reduce this or to divide this broadcast, we are going to use VLAN. Okay, now our second scenario with VLAN configuration, how switch 1 will send the broadcast request to all connected interfaces. We have taken same setup, but only first two pieces we are going to configure as VLAN 10. Those pieces will be in VLAN 10 network. Okay, just log into switch 1 and try to create VLAN 10 network. Okay, give the command VLAN 10 and name it as sales. So we have created L2 VLAN now. So just assign this VLAN into interface FA0 by 1 and FA0 by 2, I guess. Both PCs connected interface. Interface range FA0 by 1 to FA0 by 2. See, I confirm two PCs are connecting to FA0 by 1 and FA0 by 2. So I'm just giving no shit. Okay, now just give switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 10. Now these two ports are belongs from VLAN 10 network. Okay, now we'll try to ping from PC1 to PC2 to know the reachability. Yes, I'm able to ping from PC1 to PC2. So now we'll try to do the packet capture from PC1 to PC2. Just click the simple PDU and paste it on PC1 and PC2. You can see PDU is generated here. Okay, then we need to see the ARP, right? So just edit the IP and we'll get the ARP packet. Just click on simulation on right hand side. You can see PC1 is generated two packets, ICMP and ARP. So just click on start icon. You can see PC1 is sending ARP request to switch 1. Now switch 1, it will broadcast ARP requests to only VLAN 10 network. It won't broadcast anywhere else. Okay. Now PC2, it will reply back with ARP reply. Then switch forward the ARP reply to PC1. Now PC1 got the ARP reply from destination PC. Now it will send the ICMP echo request to switch 1. Now switch 1, it will forward ICMP echo request to PC2. Now PC2, it will reply with echo reply. So it sends echo reply to switch 1. Switch 1 forward the echo reply to PC1. Yeah, now PC1 got the echo reply. You can see the tick mark in packet. Just see the simulation. PC1 is sending ARP request to switch 1, then switch 1 is only sending to PC2. Why? Because PC2 belongs from VLAN 10 network. In case if 4 or 5 PCs are belongs from VLAN 10 network, then switch will broadcast ARP request to all 4 or 5 VLAN 10 PCs. But it won't broadcast ARP request anywhere else apart from VLAN 10 network. Okay, now we will see theoretical part. What is VLAN? VLAN is used to create multiple logical network to reduce or divide the broadcast domain. We already saw that by default all interfaces will be in VLAN 1 network. We have configured their VLAN 10, so it's divided the by default broadcast. Okay, we will see that. Just log into switch 1. Just a minute. Okay. Yeah, I have logged into switch 1. I'm going to give show interface status. Yeah, we can see first two interfaces configured VLAN 10, remaining all are, we can see VLAN 1. By default all interfaces will be in VLAN 1 network. So we have divided that, like we configured VLAN 10 and we have divided default broadcast domain. Okay, next, why VLAN is required? We saw the practical. If without configuring VLAN, switch 1 it's broadcasting ARP request to all connected interfaces. If switch 1 is connecting to 4 or 5 switches, it will send the broadcast request to that 5 switches also. That 5 switches again it will broadcast to all connected interfaces. It will consume more CPU utilization. Okay, we will see what are the advantages are in VLAN. First one, we can create multiple network to reduce by default broadcast network. Second one, VLAN is reducing security risk by not sending ARP requests to all connected PCs. If we not configured VLAN, then switch will broadcast ARP requests to all connected devices. There may be chances for hackers to connect PC and receives the ARP request from switch, and he can reply back with ARP reply, and there may be chances for security risk. Third point, you can keep hosts that hold sensitive data on separate VLAN to improve security. Fourth and fifth point, we can create more flexible network designs based on our requirement, like sales and accounts and management departments. It's easy to administrate also. Yeah, now we have completed everything, only pending with VLAN numbers. So VLAN number, it will start from 124094. By default all Cisco switches we can see it's configured with VLAN 1. So it mentioned as a default VLAN. Now 22000 and 1001 will be standard VLANs. Normally by default all switches it will support standard VLANs, but it won't support extended VLANs. We'll see now. Okay, just I logged in switch. I'm going to create one extended VLAN. We'll see. VLAN 2000 I'm giving. It's showing VLAN create fail to create VLAN 2000 because it's showing it's extended VLAN. Extended VLAN not allowed on current VTP mode. It means currently by default all switches it will run with VTP server mode. If you're trying to change transparent mode, then it is possible to configure extended VLAN. Just give show VTP status. You can see current VTP operational mode is server. So just try to change to transparent mode. VTP mode transparent. That's it. Now we have changed it into transparent mode. Now we'll try to configure VLAN 2000. Yes, it's taking now. So with transparent mode, it is possible to create extended VLAN. And one more option is if you are using VTP version 3, then it will be possible. Currently VTP version 2 is running. We'll try to configure with VTP version 3. The command is VTP version 3. See, it's not taking that command. Why? Because this access switch this switch is only supporting VTP version 2. Some advanced switches it will support VTP version 3 future. Okay, now we got some clear understanding about what is standard and extended VLANs. And final one, 1002 to 1005, those VLANs are using for by default token ring purpose. Yeah, that's it. We have completed VLAN topic with theory and practical. Yeah, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.